Hey, welcome to Sister on Real Life. We are a segment that brings it, and you're going to hear our answers to the questions of the world from a biblical standpoint. And we don't mince words around here. Let me tell you that. Okay, girls, this is really good, and I hope someone out there can take this to heart. What do you say to a friend who tells you that they married the wrong person? They believe they married the wrong person.
That's a tough question. It really is. I recently went to a marriage conference, and they said something at the conference that just really hit me.
Good or bad?
Good.
Okay.
The grass isn't greener on the other side, it's greener where you water it. And that was just really profound to me, because what are we doing in our marriage to water that marriage, to make the grass greener where we are now? I think so many times it's too easy to look to the other side and think, this is bad, something else could be better. The grass is greener where you water it, where you invest in it.
That's really good.
You know, I think Kathy one time said, "Suck it up, Buttercup."
Yeah, really.
So in the words of the great Kathy, suck it up, Buttercup. No, but you know, I so agree with what you're saying, that the work that goes into it. The only other thing is that scripturally based, though, is if you are married to a non-believer who wishes to depart, then that is something you have to take another look at. I am a firm believer in counseling. I was just with someone over the weekend, and they've been married almost 30 years, and they've been in counseling almost 30 years.
My.
And they do it as a maintenance piece, So just a little something to throw out there. We go for everything, physical checkups, all of that. But when it comes to our marriage, that covenant, that thing, that first institution that God created was family. When it comes to that, we don't always give it the attention that it needs.
I do think it's really important, though, that you go to a Christian counselor, which I'm sure that's what you're recommending. I just think that you need the strand of three chords. I really do. And if you're getting advice from a non-biblical perspective, I just think that's not what the Lord is wanting you to hear.
And the scripture does say that there is a good and acceptable and a perfect will of God. But when you make a covenant with somebody before God, that is the perfect will of God. And you're making a covenant with them. And so, like you said, do whatever you have to nurture, to help see your marriage and your relationship flourish. Because maybe God did bring you together for a great purpose. And you just got to work it out, and iron sharpens iron.
Oh, wow.
Well, I am 100% with her. As soon as I read this, the scripture that came to me, God keeps his covenant to 1,000 generations. That's right. And we can't keep it for one generation.
That's right.
We made a vow.
Preach.
God honored that vow. A covenant is a contract.
That's right.
You agree to uphold it no matter what the grass is on the other side, no matter what's going on, no matter what you think in your head, you have committed yourself. And this society, this be happy society, is missing the point of covenant keeping. And the first step I tell a friend, don't forget your original commitment.
Right. Well, now can I just interject this real quick? Just for those who maybe are in abusive situations or things like that, I don't believe divorce is of God, but I do believe separation is of God, with the intention of restoration, of coming back together.
Right.
But for sure, if you're in an unsafe environment, we need to take another look at that.
Well, I was going to say, can you explain the three chords? I mean, maybe everyone doesn't know that.
Well, it's just that concept of this, and it's in scriptural, the strand of three cords cannot quickly be broken. So 2 together is strong, but 3 is stronger.
That's right.
And so it's that idea of interweaving the Lord in the center of your marriage. So you have that covenant where the 2 become one, but at the center of that cord is the Lord.
Right.
And I would say, too, in every guy, there's a prince and a punk. Speak to the prince. I mean, speak life into your marriage. Say, you're the most amazing man. Thank you for doing this. Be grateful. Maybe change your viewpoint of him and what he's bringing into your life. That might help.
I've said this before, but there was something I read about someone complaining about their anniversary. He didn't do this, he didn't do that, he didn't do this, and the counselor said, what, is it your birthday? No, it's your anniversary. What are you doing
That's right.
for him?
Yes.
And life isn't
what is he
always
gonna
a
do?
Hallmark movie.
Just don't make it one side, you guys. You keep saying, do this for your husband, do that for your husband. I need my
Okay.
husband to do some things for me too. But anyway.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Sure.
Just saying.
Yes.
I love it.
We'll send Flo to him.
I hope you loved it too. We're Sister to Sister. We'll see you next time.